Life doesn't happen to me. I am the one creating it. So why should I even choose to think about that? If I don't think about that, it's not going to appear in my life. So it's a conscious decision for every second that you're making in this particular process. You're taking complete ownership of your life. You're not giving it away.
So to keep reminding yourself, you create any moment, right?
Practice,
What?
yes, practice. With anything you practice, you get better at it. So if you want to practice mastering life, you get better at it.
Okay, so welcome, Krishwan, on my
Welcome.
podcast. So you're a manifestation coach, right? Would you like to
Yes.
introduce yourself and share a little bit more at the beginning about what you do?
Yes. Thanks for having me, Claire, to your podcast. And I am Krishwan. I'm a spiritual life coach and energy based life coach. I do life coaching for people who have a problem, who are like stuck with their career or their relationships, or who are in their spiritual awakening process and they need help in that process to go to the next step. So I do life coaching based on the understanding that everything is energy, everything is one, everything is connected, and your thoughts can create your realities. And so how you can overcome the situation by changing your thoughts and thus creating your reality to better realities.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. So, what would you say is your biggest success so far, either with your clients or in your own life, as for what you were able to?
My biggest success thus far has been a lot of successes. It's been successes with my life. It's been successes with my clients as well, both. With all the people I help with my life, with my the successes with my life are that I have come through life so far, having gone through so much, understanding so much, using so much. I feel blessed to be here. I feel blessed. Yes, there's been so many gruesome parts during the process. There's been so much of understanding during the process, but everything teaches something, and so I've been blessed during my time until now. That is with life, and success with my career has also been great. It has been going up and down, and it has also shown me every down, that every failure I feel is also a success. So I include it in the part of what I would call success, because when you're failing, you're learning something which is successful, and so you're still gaining success from that particular point of time. So with my career, definitely nowadays I'm also on this app called Clubhouse where I talk a lot. I meet more new people, and I meet more people who are awakening, who are also talking about this. Manifestations wise, it's been going good. Some of my clients are getting good results. There's one client of mine called Laureen who's been getting great results. Bless her. So I'm happy. I'm happy for them. When they are growing, I'm growing. So I'm happy for them. As they're growing, I'm happy.
Okay, amazing. I got some amazing results with you as well. I could say some stories too. But I can hear that in your approach, like to be grateful, is very
Yeah.
important. So, what do you use to manifest, or what do you consider like the most effective technique? Because there are different ways how to manifest, right? Some people even say, or we will continue with that after. What is your approach?
See, manifestation is not so difficult as people put it across. Okay, it's easy, but the way it comes in may be different, may be difficult. See, in order to manifest something, you just need to get into the vibration of what you want. If you have a car, if you have a new car right now, you will be probably like living, you'll have more money in you and you in your bank account, you'll be living a little different life with a little different perception. That is why that new car has matched with your energy, and hence it is reaching your reality. That's why when you have a new house, you'll be in a different frame of mindset. What I'm asking you guys is to just switch to that mindset and be in that mindset and act like you're from that mindset. Not only act, start being that person who's behind that mindset. You can keep changing. Life is about changing. You are changing. As you are growing up, you are changing in so many different ways. So many people are talking to you. You're eating, you're peeing, you're pooping. Everything is constantly changing. So if you want to change to this person that you want, you want to change to this person that has these things, these manifestations, these, I'm talking about even bigger manifestations. You have to want to change your vibration. And in that process of changing your vibration, manifestation just happens every second. Manifestation happens every second to all of us. So what we are emitting outwards is what is being manifested towards us all the time. You can also try it in small ways, like you can manifest, like, you know what, I'm not even going to be you can say, let's say a person is there and they're constantly abusing you. So you're going to manifest saying that, you know what, let me just not focus on this person, and let me just focus on my thoughts alone, and you can start manifesting that reality. If you're manifesting small things, you can, all that you have to do is just visualize it, visualize you already having it, get into the feeling of being in the vibration of already having it, and let it go. Because because you can have everything, you are energy, everything else is energy. So when you're in this abundant state of energy, it's just not manifested in front of you just as yet. So you can have it. All that you have to do is just imagine you're having it, and then let it go and let it come when it needs to come. Manifestation is that simple. People complicate it. See, the two-step method, the different methods, they are all methods in order to get to the final destination. They are all methods in order to make some magic happen. What happens in the Stu Cup method, in the 555 method, and in different manifestation methods that people have put is, you put your understanding that through this method, this will manifest, and it feels good while doing it because it's physical. And when you've put your belief in that particular method for it to help you manifest, that method helps you manifest. And that's how you can use, that's how different methods work, because you're putting your belief in that particular method for that particular method to work for you, and so it starts working for you. And even by doing that, you're shifting your vibration by doing that method as a process to shift your vibration, like a permission slip to switch your vibration from the person who didn't have the manifestation to the person who has the manifestation. So manifestation happens every second, guys. Manifestation happens every second. And in order to manifest, all that you need to do is just focus on what you want and don't focus on what you don't want. Be clear about what you want, focus on what you want, and don't focus on the other things, because it's your
So,
life.
what do you recommend if people start focusing on what they don't want? Because this can happen, right? Because we are not perfect,
Yeah,
we are humans. So,
yeah,
what do you do if these thoughts? Because it's a natural consequence of really focusing on what you want, right? That these things that you
yeah.
don't want can even more start coming into your reality, right? So, what do you do in such case?
In such cases, when things come where you don't want, you have to just keep your awareness. You have to keep grounded. Keep grounded. If you have a permission, let's say you're using a particular technique to manifest something, okay? So that particular technique is acting like a permission slip for you to manifest a thing. If you have a permission slip for that, also try to find a permission slip for you to ground. Let's say when I take a lot of walks, sometimes if a lot of thoughts are going in my mind, what I'll do is while taking the walk, I'll pluck a leaf or two from the tree, and that leaf will give me the grounding I require. How? Because I think that the tree is coming from the earth, right? The tree is coming out from the earth, and the earth is earth grounding. So how I connect my permission slip is when I have that leaf gives me its energy, and that energy is grounding. And really, when I pluck the leaf and I keep it in my hand, and when I go for a walk, I get that grounding. So you can use like this, you can even use crystals as a permission slip to keep your grounding. Or you can stay aware and maintain your grounding and say, hey, you know what, this particular situation is coming out for me, this particular situation is not benefiting me, so I'm not going to choose to even process that because I don't need it in my reality. They are not the one who's creating my reality. I am the one who's creating my reality. Life doesn't happen to me. I am the one creating it. So why should I even choose to think about that? If I don't think about that, it's not going to appear in my life. So it's a conscious decision for every second that you're making in this particular process. You're taking complete ownership of your life. You're not giving it away.
So to keep reminding yourself, you create any moment, right? No matter
Practice, yes,
what.
practice. With anything you practice, you get better at it. So if you want to practice mastering life, you get better at it. Pretty much.
Okay, and what do you do? Because this is kind of like emotional work, like feeling that you received or what you want to receive, right? What do you do if you have some blocks and it's difficult to feel it, like that you already received it?
What do you
Because,
mean
for
by?
example, you feel you don't deserve it. You know, that's a common block, right? So
Yeah.
how do I feel that I received 1 million if I haven't received even 100,000, you know, or something like this? So what do you do to unblock it and to really,
See,
you know?
all feelings are already accessible. If you go to a party, let's say you go to a party, okay, and you're not paying for the party, but you're invited to a very rich party. So you go to the very rich party and you get eat all the free food, and you're sitting on the table drinking wine, eating free food. You feel luxurious. You're not paying for it, but you feel luxurious, right? I'm just asking you to feel the same way. Have you gone to a party before? Free food?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's happened to many other people too. Okay. Even if you don't go to a party, even if you see a rich person, you can see his behaviors as to what luxuries he's doing. That behavior is the vibe that he's giving out. And hence his reality is reflecting to him luxuriously, right? Even the vibe that you go and get at the party, which is a free party, and you're luxurious and you don't worry about anything, and you're luxurious and you enjoy the luxury and you're thankful for that free food and all that, you're enjoying yourself. That is the vibe I'm asking you guys to get into.
Okay,
Do you
I
need to
get it.
experience it? If you experience it, it's great. If you experience it, even more better. But you can start right from here. And as you start from here, you can keep going up the ladder. There's no limit to it.
Okay.
The thing
Um,
is, if you want to make a way to get it, you can get it. If you want to make a way to, how do you say, feel that luxury, you can go step by step by step. Or you can see TV. On TV, there are a lot of, rich houses and all that. Just have a look at those videos. Keep seeing those videos. How does it feel? How does the guy there feel? He's expressing it on the video, right? Start feeling that way more. Bring in the party experience to that. Add on to that. It's all the same vibration, the vibration of abundance. Feel it more and more and more. And start releasing your by understanding that you are source, you're abundant. You can start releasing the blocks that you have. It's very important to release the blocks that you have, because if a block is there, it's going to block you, so you're not going to be able to go past it. So it's very important to start releasing the blocks. And yes, it feels like taking a leap of faith, but the leap of faith has to be taken.
okay, I get it. I get it. Do you have like a specific steps that you use when you manifest? Like specific
Not at
strategies?
all. I used to use affirmations. I used to use all the things, but I understood that all the affirmations and the 555 method and all these different methods that I was trying to use was to literally get into the vibration of abundance and make it happen. But the further I started understanding that, all these methods are really permission slips to get to the vibration I want to be. And in order to get to the vibration you want to be, you need to be the vibration you want to be. Which means if you're getting into a particular vibration, okay, this is the vibration I want to be. In this vibration, let's say I'm rich and I have $1 billion. Okay, so if I have $1 billion like Jeff Bezos, I wouldn't think about money as much, because I have a lot of money. I would know how to manage my money, but I wouldn't think about, money flow. I would know that it's coming in. I would just know, but I wouldn't think about it as much because it's not a concern for me. It's like this automated process that's already going on. So I would focus on how can I, get the packages delivered a little faster in Sri Lanka or in India or somewhere else. I am doing it more out of my passion. I'm doing it more out of my intuition. I'm doing it more out of my flow rather than constantly worrying about how money is. You see how different that rich guy's perception is from like a person who's always worrying about money, and then they get many missed opportunities, and again they start worrying about money some more, and more missed opportunities comes. You see, this person and this person is so different. This person doesn't think about it much. He trusts that the process will be okay. I've done it a million times. It's going to be okay. It's fine. So even if you're not done what Jeff Bezos has done at all, you can even shift. You can all that you need to do is just be like him, think like him, and be in that vibration of I don't have to worry about money. And the spiritual explanation for that is you don't have to worry about money because you're always safe. You're always protected. You're one amongst many. If I'm breathing out air, a part of me is getting mixed into the environment, and that environment. If I'm eating food, molecules coming into me peeing, pooping out, molecules going out. It's always constantly changing. So you got to understand that this connected energy that you're connected to has always got your back, has always got your back. And that belief system gets ingrained in your mind. That belief system, that understanding, that truth gets ingrained in your mind. And then because it's ingrained in your mind, your reality just starts giving you more and more and more and more, and you're not even thinking about it.
Mm, you mean like it becomes automatic, so you don't even think about what you want to manifest. It's just like you just like.
Yes, you just want it, and then you're not thinking about it again, and then you're like, oh, there it is. Let's receive it. Let's get it. It's only a process of receiving it because you're thinking about it. You're not worrying about how it's gonna come, when it's gonna come. You're not even concerned about it coming that much. Okay, you're just thinking about it. You're like, okay, this is what I desire, and so you put that desire out through your mind, and okay, and then you keep enjoying, keep doing whatever you do, you know just be in your flow, enjoy yourself, and things start coming in, and then like, oh shit, okay, this came in, oh here this came in, oh here this came in. Because when you're in a vibe, where you're already getting everything, you don't want to stop it, you don't want to put your dirty thoughts into it. You just want to you just want to leave it alone and let it come, and just it's just a process of receiving after that. So
Hmm.
that's what it
Okay.
is.
So, do do you have some secret trick on how to manifest? Maybe quicker.
No,
Uh,
I wouldn't. You see, you can use affirmations. When I first started, I was in a negative space, and on a whiteboard, I wrote, "I am happy," and I woke up and I read that every day in about 2019. About in like the 15th day I read it, what happened was I got an interview from some VIP kids saying like, "Hey, do you want to be a teacher?" Blah blah blah. I was like, what? Okay, but fine, let me give this experience a try. So, but then they said, we're going to have an interview where you're going to be like, it's going to be like you interviewing, teaching this kid. I'm like, okay, let's try it out. So for the interview, I go to the store and I buy all these happy things. I buy a plant, I buy a cushion with a smile on it, I buy a cushion, another cushion with laughing face on it, and then I buy some rabbit, and I buy all these nice, funny kid things because it's an interview for kids, and I'm supposed to be teaching kids. That's the job role I'm applying for. So I keep all this behind in my room, in my background, and then I start the interview, and the interview goes horrible. The interview goes bad. As in, like, in the midst of the interview, I realized, okay, this is not my cup of tea. I don't know. I don't think I have the patience for it. But after the interview got over, I just took a look around my room, and it felt so happy. It felt so happy. A lot of colors were there. It just felt blissful for no reason at all. It felt good. It felt a good vibe. And then I look back onto the whiteboard and it's written, I am happy. And I'm like, oh shit, this is actually coming into fruition. This is actually starting to happen. So it was not my intention to, like, I was not desperate to get happy, but I just thought, how's it going to harm? I'm just going to write it on the whiteboard and keep it. If I read it, I read it. If I don't, I don't. And so that affirmation manifested into my reality without even me knowing it. My surroundings just gave me a boost at that particular day and the days that followed, since I kept all those things there. So it's see, you don't. So my main tip is, don't push it. Don't push it. Nothing is as important. You don't need the rich house, and you don't need the rich car. I mean, even if you get the rich house and rich car, you'll be happy, and then next day you'll have to go through the next process as to what you want more, or what you're gonna do next.
People
So
always
don't get,
right.
yeah, you will always want more. So don't be attached to temporary results, but have those temporary results, and you can get those temporary results if you're not attached to it. If you just give it a shot and don't have any, overthinking on it, just let it go. It's not so important to even get it, because after that you're going to want even more. But I mean, this process of life is only about just exploring it. It's just enjoying it. It's just living it, experiencing it, growing from it, all good positive things. So just do that, and let whatever physical manifestations, materialistic manifestations want to keep coming, continuously keep coming, and keep receiving it like Amazon parcels.
What do you say is, what is the difference between manifesting from ego versus manifesting from your higher self?
See, in both, we can see. I wouldn't say ego is all the way bad and all that kind of stuff, because when you're not aware, your ego is trying to protect you in some form of way. And the ego kind of sets you to what's comfortable. So the ego is like, Chris, this is comfortable, so this is fine. Okay, and then you taking a risk is you getting that excited energy and taking a risk. So see, I wouldn't say manifesting from ego. At all points of time, you're the one manifesting it. But if you're manifesting it, even if you're going to manifest it for a cause that is not good for you, your manifestations can come if your thoughts are very clean about it. And this is what you want, that's what's going to appear. There's no good or bad in this kind of situation. It's just energy that you want, energy that you get. But then after that, we will know whether the ego has played a process part in it or not, because of what the consequences are. Let's say out of the ego I manifest something bad, then the consequences are also going to come. If the consequences are also going to come bad, then okay, you know what, I should have set my ego aside and manifest, just let it happen to me and let the goodness come to me, rather than I have to take revenge on this, or I have to do that for that, or I have to spend my time hurting somebody, or have to spend my time you know wanting something. So it's just that ego helps you, but once you're aware, the ego is not there. It's just that you're just manifesting. In both states, you're manifesting for yourself. So both are good. But then it's not that the ego manifestation is wrong. At that particular point, the ego is doing whatever it can for the body. So both are fine. But how do you say? When you're aware, you won't manifest from the ego anymore because you're aware. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, because I shared some post and somebody commented there that they don't manifest anymore because everything just comes to them, and they are talking about some divine intelligence. What do you think
I
about
mean,
that?
if your belief systems are strong, everything can come to you. Like what I said, like the Jeff Bezos guy. If his belief systems are such that everything is automatically happening to me, and he keeps believing that in due time, that's what's going to happen to him. So that is also any belief system that you start believing, and you start working on, and you start using, is going to start becoming something for you. Anything. For example, crystals can help you or cannot help you. If you believe in it, it's going to start helping you. If you don't believe in it, it's not going to help you. Astrology can start helping you, cannot start helping you. If you believe in it, it's going to help you. If you don't believe in it, it's not going to help you. Just like that, any belief system, any belief system, like even generalized belief system, like let the whole, you for example, let the whole universe help me, let me have friends who help me. Okay, let me have friends who help me, let the universe help me. If you start believing in this and start wanting this, you've asked this like a manifestation to the universe. And if you just start training your body to look out for this evidence for this evidence of what you've asked, if you start training your body to look out for, you will start seeing more and more and more and more and more of it. It's just no, it doesn't involve any emotions and all. It's just emotions are just the intensity of the energy that you put out. But the universe is not judging you based on any emotions. The universe is just giving you exactly what you're asking for. And if you're contradicting it from your own vibe, it's going to contradict it as well.
How this would happen that you would contradict it with your own vibe?
By overthinking, by not able to trust, by not able to understand. If you go to a restaurant and you order food, okay,
Yeah.
the chef takes the waiter takes your order and he goes and gives it to the chef. But if you keep going to the kitchen and asking the chef, what are you doing, what are you doing, what are you doing, did you put enough salt, did you put enough sugar, you're not trusting the chef. Do you think the chef will be able to make the food nicely and give it back to you? No, no, not at all, because his way of doing it is not even there. You understand? His way, his style, his thing is not even there, and he's gonna get confused. What are you coming into the kitchen and you're doing it? No, you gotta trust the chef to make whatever he makes. You gotta trust the chef that, hey, you've gone there for this particular food, and you trust this particular restaurant to give you the food that you expect, and the chef is there, and the chef does it, and he comes and gives it to you. The lesser you interrupt the universe, the easier it's gonna be, is what I'm trying to say. The lesser you interrupt the chef, the better meal you're going to get. If you keep going to the kitchen and if you keep interrupting him, he's going to be like, it's not going to come out productively, as simple as that. It's not going to come out in its maximum potential.
How
So
about
you have to
trust?
let go.
What do you do? What do you do if you feel like if you have difficulties to trust that the manifestation will come to you?
I've had difficulties in the past to trust, but as I have manifested more and more and more, I've started to trust in my own manifestations. This is what I tell to a lot of people, a lot of friends, a lot of clients. If you're feeling it difficult to manifest, consider manifesting like an art, like karate or something like that, like judo. Consider it like an art. The more you do it, the better you get at it, the more new techniques you get at it, and the more you understand about it, the more you understand how it works. So start small and then catalog your manifestations. Yes, I manifested this. Yes, I manifested this. Just by doing that, you will understand what process you're doing and you can apply it to the bigger things. Plus, you start gaining more belief systems because you're already seeing your manifestation come back. Okay, if you started with a small Pepsi or Coke, or you started with something very, very tiny. Great. Write that down. I manifested a Coke today. I manifested $2 today. I manifested whatever today. I manifested a free coffee today. Whatever these small things. I manifested seeing a bottle cap on the floor today. I manifested seeing a coin on the floor today. Something as simple as that. As simple as you're just doing this to test manifestation. You understand what I'm saying? You're literally doing this
Yeah,
to test
sure.
if the universe is replying back to you or not. And as you understand that the universe is replying back to you, it starts becoming a reality. And when it starts becoming a reality, you cannot deny it now. And when you cannot deny it, it becomes a belief system. And that's it, you're set. And then manifestation gets easier and easier and easier and easier. But you have to practice, you have to be on it.
So to
That's
build
what I.
up your confidence by manifesting.
Yeah, to build up your own belief systems that you can
Yes.
manifest.
Okay, that
To
makes
build up
sense.
your own belief systems that you can manifest. Other people are also manifesting. You can also manifest. And yes, I'm seeing that it's come. Okay, the Coke has arrived. Okay, the $2 has arrived. Okay, shish, I've manifested so much. Oh my God, it's actually true. Let's do some more. Let's work on this some.
Cool.
Then you start having a different reality altogether. If you go to somebody who and talk about manifestation, somebody who doesn't know manifestation, you go to them and you talk about them, you talk about manifestation to them, they're going to be like, what? But you're going to be like, how many times I've manifested? About like 34 times or 56 times, whatever it is. So so your whole perception of reality and your intake is going to be different. Your moves are going to be different. The way you look at life is going to be a little different at that point.
Cool, cool. I love how passionate you are about it. How did you even become a manifestation coach?
Um, let's put it like I wouldn't say only manifestation coach, but spiritual and energy based life coach. As in, for me itself, I had my own hardships when I was living in US. I had a lot of failures in love that were not coming to me, and a lot of failed relationships is what I mean. And then I had problems with money as well. I was doing a career that was not satisfying me, and there were a lot of hardships, while there were also a lot of things that I learned and I loved. I enjoyed a lot of parts of US as well. So I would say it was like an extreme, and the good side of the extreme was great, and the downsides of the extreme always, always they make me ask questions. And because I want to figure them out, I want to understand them, I'm curious. So as I kept asking those questions, and I wanted to fix them as well. I don't want to keep having a failed relationship, or I don't want to keep having like money issues. I want to understand this more. And I knew there was something more to all this than religion and all these things. I'm born Hindu, but I don't follow Hinduism. But still, at a young age, I was like, there's more. So I keep asking these things, and then I keep looking for them, researching for them, and trying them out in my physical life so that they can help me out of situations. And as they help me out of situations, I start teaching them. I start helping other people with them, experimented on me. Okay, good. Then work with them also, have them also come out of their situations. And then it just became like a process where it became a very fulfilling process, very happy process. So I continued doing it, and I thought, yeah, this is what it is. Life coach.
Okay, cool. So, what do you actually do with people? Like, what
If you have a
can you?
life coaching session with I made this, it's funny. I made this video just a few days ago of this video a few days ago about what a spiritual or energy based life coach does. So if you go and speak to a spiritual and energy based life coach and you want their help and you want a session with them, I made a video about it. Like, what does a spiritual life coach do? So if that's what the same thing as I told in the starting, like if you're stuck in any point in your life, or you are even with general things, it's not necessary that you have to understand that everything's energy, whatever, but if you do, it's great. If you're spiritually inclined and already in the spiritual awakening process, fantastic, it'll be even more easier for me to help you. But it's not that you don't know it and so you can't come to me. If you're stuck in a career or relationships, or you're stuck in your life and you want to move forward, and you need help, we are the guys you can come to. As simple as that. We are the guys you can come to. You can take our techniques, try it out, and use it, and tell us, hey, it worked, and then take more of our help. That is what we are. All labels aside.
And what are the results that people can accomplish when they work with you?
It depends definitely on them. It doesn't depend only on me. It depends on how committed they are to use or to change. Number one, how committed they are to change. Number two, are they using the information given? Are they trying something new? Are they coachable? Number three, are they coachable? Are they listening to that information and using it? Because if they're not listening to that information and they're not using it, they have paid me money for that session, but it's going to be a waste for them. They're not going to get the value for the money that they paid. When you come to a spiritual life coach, a spiritual life coach starts a session with an intention to help you guys, and he does whatever he does. And with all that content, it's very important that you use it and make as much benefit of it as you can. And not only that, also plummet from it, as in also from that particular content, move forth and gain more content for your own self. If you're in this process and you've come to visit me for a life coaching session, then you're going to have a very strong result for yourself, because you're in this process of growth. You're already doing these things, and you want change. If you want change, I'm here to supply the change. I'm only the messenger boy for the change. I'm just a guide to help you to make the change. And if you use me as a guide to make that change, you will get tremendous amount of results for yourself.
Okay, that sounds really powerful.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Why it's easy for some people to manifest while for others it's more difficult? What do you think that?
Same
Um,
thing, practice. It just takes practice, and it just takes breaking your old belief systems. A lot of people are stuck onto their belief systems, and they're not willing to change, even though they say they want to change. It's just that interior thing that's like not willing to change. And if that's not gonna happen, you're not gonna see change. You're just gonna see maybe that everything is a seed. I mean, I wouldn't say nothing is a waste, because everything is a seed. Some people change extremely slowly, some people change extremely fast, but that's up to their free will to change that speed as well. That speed can be changed, but that speed can be changed with more trust, with more letting go, with more understanding how what it is, what the process is. It's like if you learn how to build a car, yeah, you learn how to build a car, how to assemble a car, the wheels, axle, front, this thing. If you learn it fast, you can assemble it faster. If you take your time to learn it, it's going to take time for you to build a car. As simple as that. So it depends on them, literally, pretty much.
and on their vibration, I suppose, right? And the belief that
Yeah,
they.
and for different people, it's different. Like, see, that's why you can't compare. Like, okay, some people when life coaches do things, right. It's not all rosy and good for us. Like, not like 100 out of 100 clients are not like. Growing at the same pace, because everybody comes in at a different vibration. So it's when they pay us cash, we are supposed to tune into their vibration, help them out with whatever it is. And sometimes that help might be really tiny, teeny tiny help. It might the outcome might be really teeny tiny, the outcome might be really big. But that thing of letting themselves change is mainly up to the client. So I would also suggest, if you want to go to a life coaching session, if you want to take a life coaching session, people who are seeing this, viewers, if you want to go to take a life coaching session, how you would want to approach this is, you would want to take that amount of money that you're paying for the life coaching session, and you would want to say that let this money given to this person help me in the most possible way possible to grow, to upgrade myself. And when you set that intention, and when you go, it becomes a little lighter, and you're able to grasp more things, and you're able to shift quickly, because your intention is set that you want to grow, and you're committed to that intention. It's very important to be committed to the intention that you're setting, that if you want to grow, be committed to it. Why do you want to grow? For what? For your own self. So if you're committed to that intention, and I mean, if you're setting an intention and you really want to grow, and you really want to come to us, and uh, use us as your messenger for you to grow further, set that intention strong, and let that work for you. If you set the intention strong itself, it will manifest, and it will work for you, and we will be the part of the manifestation that you are doing. Remember, we are the messenger boys, we are the life coaches that is trying to reflect to you what you need to understand in order to upgrade further. And then there's a
Mm.
money
Okay,
exchange.
this comes back to the question that I asked before a little bit. Let's say you want to manifest like your soulmate, but what is better? Is it better to ask for like the greatest love of your life, or is it better to ask like, oh, I want this guy, I want him to have blue eyes, blonde hair,
You
to
see,
be really
yeah,
clever?
you can go into specifics, but why go into so much of a specific? Instead, you can have a belief system that says, universe, get me the guy that fits me the best. As simple as that. Or get me the guy that matches me the best. And if you like somebody, you'll feel a particular way, and that's what you're asking the universe, for you to feel that particular way with the guy that the universe gives you. That's the intention you're setting. So you're naturally going to feel that way, even if you don't set your blue eyes and black hair and all that kind of stuff. Even if you don't set it, and if you meet a person, you will feel excited, because that's the intention you've set. Oh, universe, get me the best guy that fits me. So because there are so many people in the world, and even in that, even in getting the desired partner that you want, um At some places you have to set intentions if you want to have a like a if you want to have a long lasting relationship with that particular partner, or if you're one person that wants to be polyamorous, like with different people at the same time, you can have that reality coming through. There are a lot of people who like multiple relationships at the same time, like polyamorous. I mean, not polyamorous, something, what do they call that, poly something something, where you have relationships with two
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
three
Polyamory.
more
Yeah, it's
people.
became quite popular these days.
So it's about what you want, and you set that intention on a very strong, on the general basis. Set the intention very strongly. Okay, I wanna. If it's monoamorous, or it's just one person that's you want for your life, you set an intention. I want this kind of a person that's committed to me, that's committed to a relationship. You want a happy family life, whatever it is, with that person, and then you don't have to take blue eyes, black eyes, whatever. If you want, you can set it. But again, you can also leave it open. It really depends upon the intention that you're setting. What if you get a guy with blue eyes and black hair and he's just an asshole? He's just he's just not a good guy. So set general intentions. You can also set specific intentions. You can play with it however you want. You're creating your own reality. Whatever belief system you set and whatever intention you give out to the universe is what is going to come back. But set it such that it's benefiting you. I'll tell you one small story right here. It's once I set an intention saying I wanted a particular amount of money, but I didn't specify how I wanted that money. I was like, I want this amount of money. Then in 2 days, what happens? My bank calls me and says, "Hey, there's approval of a credit card for the money I mentioned. For the money I mentioned, there's an approval of a credit card for that for your name." And I was like, damn, that manifestation came quick, but I didn't want it in credit. I wanted it in debit. I wanted it in as a debit number in my bank account. I didn't want it as a credit card. So see, in that particular manifestation, I didn't specify the manifestation. I just put it general. I want money, and it came through a credit card. And I didn't want the credit card. I wanted debit. I wanted cash. I wanted debit or not cash. At least the numbers in my bank account. So I didn't set my specification for that, and then I learned. Okay, you know what? Next time when I set the intention, I'm just going to specify a little more. Then not credit, debit, not credit, debit. I want my cash in debit. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're manifesting your SP, special person or whatever, you can set certain things in specifics, and then majority of it you can set it in general, however you want to play with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
But also be flexible to it. Also be
And when
free
you
to it.
manifest, it's because you
You
don't
never
have
know.
it, right? So what do you do to detach from this state of not having it?
Self-love. Understand that you're fine by yourself. You don't need anybody. You needing somebody is just an addition to your life. You were not born with somebody else, right? Looking to fulfill you every minute. You were born by yourself, right? You were born as a single human being, right? You are not born with a contract saying, mom has to fulfill you. Dad, no, nobody written any contract anywhere that somebody has to give you food, clothing, and shelter. You were just born as you. So what I'm trying to say here is, love yourself, and when you love yourself, you won't need something else to fulfill a part of it in you. It'll be only be an addition to you. So when it's an addition to you, it's not so important. And when it's not so important and you're manifesting it, you're not thinking about it. You're like, you know what? Let me have this added on experience in my life. And it's not like I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it. It's not like that. It's like, let me have this added on experience in my life, and let this make my experience even more fun. And you just let it go, and you're already having fun in this process, and you're asking for more fun, more enjoyment, more another companion, a nice companion to enjoy with. And then that comes because you're not so focused upon it, you're not so needy of it. When you're needy of it, it's not going to come because you're needy of it. When you're relaxed about it and you're chill without it, it'll come because you're actually chill without it. You're letting the chef do his thing again.
Huh. Yeah, interesting. Okay, that totally makes sense. How about how did manifestation change your life? Because I suppose you already manifested many things, right? What is, by the way, the best thing you manifested so far?
I wouldn't say how did manifestation change my life? But my spirit, everything has changed due to my spiritual awakening process, due to my understanding that there's this spiritual realm, or this thing that's more than what we have discovered scientifically, that can help us. Our intuition, it means something. Our intuitive knowledge means something. Our intuitive knowledge can be used, and all these things. And this thing has changed my life, knowing that everything is energy, everything is one, and you can use this, and you are constantly using it, you are constantly making use of it through your thoughts. You're manifesting every second. All this knowledge is just helping you understand your own self. And as you're understanding your own self, you're getting more powerful in your mind. You're getting more powerful as a creator of your reality. So yeah, so I would say, and manifestation is just a part of it. You see, when you say you want to manifest, it feels like, oh, you don't have it, so you want to manifest. But if you want to manifest just out of wanting to experience it, that is a different feeling altogether. You see, wanting to manifest it versus, I really need it, because you're really expecting that house or that car to give you that happiness and continuously give you the happiness, but that is not at all true. The happiness is just a feeling that you choose to be in. You understand what I'm saying? You can get a chocolate and feel the same happiness. Oh wow, look at the chocolate, so black, it looks so tasty, it looks so yummy, let me have it. That instant feeling of the happiness, you can choose to have it whenever you want to have it. Like, you can choose every moment to be like that. So when, if you're chasing manifestations, and if you're really desperate to, you want this, it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like, it's gonna, because you're resisting against it. You're putting your thoughts against it. You're so needy, and you're so like, I don't have it, so I need it. So it says that you don't have it, so you get what you don't have. You keep getting, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it. But if you let go and relax and just focus on whatever you want, then all your thoughts are on there. And no, it's not that you want these things because you really want it. It's, you want to experience more. It's not, you're not needy for it. You have to understand that you're always living in abundance. Always, bottom line, always you're living in abundance. Everything around you is the same thing as you. It's just not taken form, which is very, very true. If you can hear me, part of me is going into you. So everything around you is you. It's just not taken form. So you're already abundant. When you're already abundant, you don't think about abundance. When you don't think about abundance, whatever you want just comes with or without money. Friend brings it, father brings it, money brings it. However it comes, it just comes. It's easy, guys. Very, very easy. It's just that you have to let go of the fact that, you need it in order to survive. You don't need it in order to survive. You're already in it to survive.
Hmm.
And you don't need to survive. You're already surviving. You will survive no matter what. It's just because you're it. It's not going to betray you. So you just have to let go. It's just a fear. It's fear of financial security. You have to take out the fear. You have to take out the security. You don't need security, right? Why do you need security when you're manifesting your whole reality? You don't need security when you're manifesting your whole reality. You're manifesting a reality. So why do you need security? You're the one creating it. Fear. So take out the fear. You don't need fear. You're the one creating it again. You don't need to fear. You don't need experience of fear. You don't need security. All that you need is financial, in that freedom of financial security. Financial also, you can let the universe bring it to you, attract it by being in the abundance vibration. So you typically don't need fear of financial security. You don't need the whole thing. You can take it and throw it in the garbage. Fear of financial security. When you don't have a fear of financial security, like Jeff Bezos's vibe, or any other rich person's vibe, you're not thinking about it as much. You're thinking about doing service to the community, and that's where your thoughts are going, and that's what is constantly manifesting more and more and more and more. And your goodness, your happiness, whatever. You see, where your thoughts go is what happens. Where your thoughts go, where your vibration goes, where your focus goes, what you choose to process, the more and more and more and more you practice and ground yourself to it, that is only going to happen. More and more of that is going to happen. How to trust? Take the leap of faith and start doing it somewhere. Then you'll see it. Then build upon it. As simple as that.
So do you think that is the most common mistake that people make when it comes to manifestation?
Same thing as, I mean, I wouldn't say anything is a mistake. Everything is for learning. Even the smallest mistake can be the biggest lesson. So mistakes while learning, it's just nothing is a mistake. I mean, eventually, if you're constantly learning, at some point you got to understand it, right? That's why you're learning it. So I wouldn't say anything is a mistake. Everything is just for learning. Even
Hmm.
when you think like that, there's no. Even when you think like that, when you think like your failure is your success, there cannot be a reality that goes against it. If you think your failure is a success and you believe in it and you start working like that, there cannot be anything that goes against it. Because every failure is only bringing you success, every success is also bringing you success. So you're already in the path of successful, even manifesting more success. You
Hmm.
see?
I see. So based on what you said, the most important is to feel like basically like nothing really is outside of you, or you don't need anything outside to feel whole on
No,
your own, which pretty much happens when you feel like source itself, right? So the closer you are to source and to the source frequency, the better you manifest, correct?
I wouldn't say source frequency. You are source. Your source. There's no source frequency. There's just a higher frequency and lower frequency and all this kind of stuff. But a higher frequency, lower frequency, I wouldn't even call it higher, lower. It's just a frequency that you're vibrating at, and your reality comes according to that vibration. So you are source, with or without any frequency, any vibration, anything. You are source. You are what it is. You are the connected thing. So you are that, a part of that empowering the body that you are in. So you are already source, so just use whatever potentials that you already have and that you know about at this current day and age, where you understand about spirituality and energy and law of attraction. You understand it's not something external from you, is what I'm trying to say. It is you. You're learning about yourself. So if you have it's like in my body, if I had some nice thing to detach and use, wouldn't I use it? In my hand is there, my hand can pick up objects, wouldn't I use my hand? It's just like that. It's a part of you that you use, and you just have to be aware that you are this bigger thing than something that you were before knowing all this manifestation and all that kind of stuff. So when you're aware of this bigger person that you are, bigger thing that you are, this bigger connected thing that you are, then you have to start using it and embrace it and be that and grow from that. So it's about not getting into the vibration of anything. It's about just being source and understanding every understanding as it comes by and upgrading yourself. Don't rush it. Let it happen in its own time. But that's the path you're going through. So if something comes that's going to help you in that process, take it up if you want to. Feels good.
Okay, cool, cool. So we are coming to an end. Is there something more that you would like to share with people, either about manifestation or about what you do?
Don't stress on it, don't push. Let it happen when it's meant to happen. And see, whether you manifest or not, whether you get whatever you want or not, remember that every second you're experiencing in your life and you want to enjoy it. So make sure you enjoy it, whether you get your manifestations or whether you don't get your manifestations. Don't make your manifestations the key to your happiness. Don't make your manifestations your key to your happiness. Manifest because you want to experience it, but don't make it the key to your happiness. Let the key to your happiness be in you. Let you own the key to your happiness. So you choose to be happy with money, without money, on the street, outside the street, whatever you are in. Choose to be grateful for what you have. Choose to have that key of happiness within you, and choose to be the operator of the key. You want to turn it whenever you want, turn it on, turn it off whenever you want, turn it off. No matter how much money you have in your bank account or how many manifestations you've done. Manifestations are just for further experiences, for experiencing more. So don't, that key for happiness, don't put it with manifestations. That key for happiness, you keep it within you. And the manifestations, you choose to experience life the way you want to experience it.
Okay, Cool. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I really enjoyed it and everything what you shared.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, have a great night.
Okay, Claire.